Copper. 2. Oxide or cupric oxide is the higher oxide of copper. As a mineral, it is known as tenorite. Chemistry. It is a black solid with an ionic structure which melts above 1200 degrees Celsius with some loss of oxygen. It can be formed by heating copper in air, 2Cu plus O2 or 2Cuo, although in this case copper, I, oxide is formed as well. Pure copper, 2, oxide is better prepared by heating copper, 2, nitrate, copper, 2, hydroxide or copper, 2, carbonate, 2Cu, NO3, 2 or 2Cuo plus 4NO2 plus O2, Cu, OH, 2 or Cuo plus H2O, CuCO3 or Cuo plus CO2, copper, 2, oxide is an amphoteric oxide, so it dissolves in mineral acids such as hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid or nitric acid to give the corresponding copper, 2, salts, Cuo plus 2HNO3 or Cu, NO3, 2 plus H2O, Cuo plus 2HCl or CuCl2. Plus H2O, Cuo plus H2SO4 or CuSO4 plus H2O, it reacts with concentrated alkali to form the corresponding cuprate salts, 2XOH plus Cuo plus H2OX2, Cu, OH, 4. It can also be reduced to copper metal using hydrogen or carbon monoxide, Cuo plus H2 or Cu plus H2O, Cuo plus company or Cu plus CO2, a laboratory method for preparing copper. 2. Oxide is to electrolyze water containing sodium bicarbonate at a moderate voltage with a copper anode, collect the mixture of insoluble copper hydroxide, basic copper carbonate, and copper carbonate precipitates, and heat it to release the hydrogen, carbon and excess oxygen. Crystal structure, copper. 2. Oxide belongs to the monoclinic crystal system, with a crystallographic point group of 2 per meter or C2H. The space group of its unit cell is C2 per carat, and its lattice parameters are L equals 4.6837, 5, B equals 3.4226, 5, C equals 5.1288, 6, I plus or minus equals 90 a degree, I squared equals 99.54, 1, a degree, I cubed equals 90 a degree. The copper atom is coordinated by 4 oxygen atoms in an approximately square planar configuration. Health effects. Copper. 2. Oxide is an irritant. It also can cause damage to the endocrine and central nervous system. Contact to the eyes or skin can cause irritation. Ingesting cupric oxide powder can result in a metallic taste, nausea, vomiting and stomach pain. In more severe cases, there may be blood and vomit or black or tarry stools, jaundice and enlarged liver. Blood cells rupture resulting in circulatory collapse and shock. Inhalation can lead to damage to the lungs and septum. Inhalation of fumes during smelting of cupric oxide powder can lead to a disease called metal fume fever, which can result in flu-like symptoms. Copper oxide can cause a toxic buildup of copper in a small subset of the population with Wilson's disease. Handling copper oxide powder should be done in well-ventilated area, and care should be taken to avoid contact with the skin or eyes. However, copper is an essential trace element for the normal function of many tissues, including the nervous system, immune system, heart, skin and for the formation of capillaries, as well as copper being extremely well metabolized by humans. Copper oxide has extremely low bioavailability and should not be taken in conditions of copper deficiency, especially as part of a multivitamin which also includes zinc or molybdenum. Excessive zinc or molybdenum intake eliminates copper from the body. Copper oxide is used in vitamin supplements as a safe source of copper and over-the-counter treatments. Copper oxide is also used in consumer products such as pillowcases and socks, due to its cosmetic and antimicrobial properties. The risk of dermal sensitivity to copper is considered extremely minimal. Uses: cupric oxide is used as a pigment in ceramics to produce blue, red, and green glazes. It is also used to produce cupramonium hydroxide solutions, used to make rayon. It is also occasionally used as a dietary supplement in animals, against copper deficiency. Copper. 2. Oxide is application as a p-type semiconductor, because it has a narrow band gap of 1.2 eV. It is an abrasive used to polish optical equipment. Cupric oxide can be used to produce dry cell batteries. It has also been used in wet cell batteries as the cathode, with lithium as an anode, and dioxylane mixed with lithium perchlorate as the electrolyte. Copper, too, oxide can be used to produce other copper salts. It is also used when welding with copper alloys. Another use for cupric oxide is as a substitute for iron oxide and thymite. This can turn the thymite from an incendiary to a low explosive. Use in disposal. Cupric oxide can be used to safely dispose of hazardous materials such as cyanide, hydrocarbons, halogenated hydrocarbons and dioxins, through oxidation. Here are equations depicting the decomposition of phenol and pentachlorophenol, respectively, with copper oxide. C6H5OH plus 14 CuO 6 CO2 plus 3 hours 2O plus 14 cubic carats 6 centiliters 5OH plus 2 hours 2O plus 9 CuO 6 CO2 plus 5 HCl plus 9 Cu. Properties, work function, 5.3 eV, see also, patina, copper, oxide, references. External links, National Pollutant Inventory, Copper and Compounds Fact Sheet, Copper Oxides Project Page, CDC, NIOSH Pocket Guide to Chemical Hazards.